Welcome to today's Tuesday Tutorials Engineering Series webinar. My name is Michael Gustafson with Tekla, and today's presentation is on using the masonry and wood components provided in Tekla Structures. And the reason for this is the topic of using the masonry and wood components is that in version 16 we released some new components to help our engineers who do a lot of architect type projects for modeling masonry and wood elements. So that means the wood frames, wood connectors, and then various types of concrete masonry elements. So Rob Gittins is going to go through and demonstrate some of the tools and catalog items that we have, and then we're going to open it up for discussion with you. We want a pretty open discussion, get a lot of feedback on where you see these tools should go with development as well, for us to continue to expand on them. So let us now just I'll hand it over to Rob to take it from here. Thank you.
We're going to cover concrete masonry units, which are new to 16. We've actually added profiles and some custom components, and think about these in a kind of a modular way. You see them here. We've got end conditions and then wall conditions and also seam conditions between two walls. So basically the Cmu wall, I'm just going to place in one here. I'm going to build a little small structure, but you see it's based on wall height, and then you've got your name, Cmu block, and then size. I'll show you more about that in a little bit later. Type this one in at 8 feet, and it works. It works similar to if you're inputting a beam, but basically what it's made up of is 3 different arrays. We've got 2 rows or 2 courses of block, and then it arrays up from there. So you see here the Cmu block 8, which logic would say that that's an 8-inch block. So here it is in our profile catalog under concrete masonry units, and you see also bond beams and half stretchers. We have these in here now with the intention of adding more shapes. And then this material is a special material in the miscellaneous category, so we can differentiate on drawings between it and other concrete material. And if you notice here, it says the concrete undefined. So in drawings, concrete will merge into one volume. Well, this way it won't. It'll keep a separate line, so you can see the definition of those blocks, and they won't merge together with the wall. And that base is designed to act as your wall in a drawing. So I'm setting it at 3/8, and then I'm going to extend it out to 16 feet. Well, obviously you want to keep it on that 1'4" increment. But now what we have discovered is that a 16-foot wall is about as far as you want to go, because it ends up being an incremental time increase kind of thing if you go too long. But right here, the start point offset is important. And then the right, of course, the positioning. That start point offset, what it does is now it will create a good wall corner when you make a drawing. And also it allows you to make sure you've got that 3/8 inch grout in between. And then basically I'll copy this. So but then one thing that happens because of that start point offset, this is another reason for being able to toggle this thing on and off. Now I'll set it to 0, and now I've got that clear difference here. So now I mentioned the modular way of thinking with these components. So I'm going to use this wall seam and just click it in. Now it is not based on the wall's height. You have to type that in here. Logic being that you may want it shorter at a certain point, maybe coming down doing something else. There may be a pipe going through there or something like that you need to leave a block out or something like that. Excuse me. And then that same component will work here on the corner. So the input is directional on a 2-click basis. So you can tell it which direction to go, obviously on first click, and then second click defines the direction. And then they're here in the import under wherever you're at. This is XP. You may be Windows 7 or Vista. It may be in a different location, but this US IMP engineering custom components is going to be the same. And you see I've got wood studs, wood connectors also, along with the masonry. So now I'm just going to kind of finish up. I'm going to make a little window right here with these block components and use my wall again. Type in a distance 4 feet. And now you see this nice little space I got going here. So I'm going to use this wall again and create a shorter block. And grab my point here. There we go. And you see it goes in at the 10-foot level. I didn't hit apply there on the 3-foot, but I come in and edit it. Now it's in. Got that clearance there. Now I can come back and change my height to 3 feet and set that down and start building my window. Sounds a little funny to build a hole, but anyway, we're going to build a window. There's some more seams there. And then we'll come in and just use our profile catalog, just do a concrete beam, which is actually a masonry bond beam. And it's already predefined like we do at Tekla, where we save some settings away for you. But then, of course, you can always do your own, whatever you want to call them. And then put it in place, and then allow for the grout on either end. Quick 3/8, and then a -3/8 on the right end to take care of that. Now I need to fill this top area with blocks. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. We've got a basic copy array,